You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
Welcome.
The Chatty Daddies.
My name's Nick Adams.
My name's Trey Peart.
I'm JC Chavez.
And we are in the thick of summer. Summer is here, ready or not. School is out, and we are just as busy.
Yeah.
We are constantly busy. And so, Trey, your kids are still in daycare. We
Yes,
haven't
sir.
quite hit kindergarten just yet.
Right.
Is Quaid in kindergarten in the fall?
He will not be. So
Okay.
his birthday is September 14th. And so we're going to hold him back till he's going to be, a couple days
He's a
after
Chloe.
school starts.
Yeah.
He's going to be the oldest in the class. I
That's
think
right.
that
He'll be
really works
driving
out.
before anybody.
It works out best, so I've heard from Malcolm Gladwell.
The cutoff is September 1st. My daughter was born September 2nd. So she is kind of like Quaid, literally as old as you can be in her proper grade, aside from all the kids that are hold back.
Yeah.
My birthday is August 25th, making me the absolute youngest kid in any situation ever in my entire
Do you
life.
wish you were held back?
Absolutely. I almost cursed there because I feel like, you know what? I think that's really a problem. If I would have been born 6 days later, or they redshirted me, it could have been something a little bit better.
Maybe.
A little bit different.
It does put you at a disadvantage when it comes to sports. I remember when I first moved here from Mexico, the school I went to had me ahead of the other kids, and I didn't move into the nicest area, so that helped me out. I was like 2 grades ahead of these kids, and they wanted to bump me up to, instead of going from 3rd to 4th, they wanted me to go to 3rd straight to 5th grade, and I was all about it.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, you're like, that means I'm older. That means I get more liberties. That means I'm with the old kids. And my parents were like, no. I am so thankful.
Yeah.
Because when I started playing sports, I realized how awful that would have been for me.
Somewhat related, when we're talking about bumping kids up in grades, I remember being in high school, and there was a kid who was, this age might not be right, but he was about 10. That was in high school. He was so smart. They
He was a
bumped him up.
genius?
Yeah.
Yes, he was a genius. But it's like, is that okay? I don't know. I mean, yes, he's smarter than the grade that he should be in, but bumping him up like 3-4 grade levels ahead.
It's literally like young Sheldon.
Yeah. So I mean,
Right.
he could have been in classes with like 17-year-olds, and like, is that?
No, they can't assimilate.
And
They
then
can't.
and then I hear about the geniuses that go off to college when they're 14. But
Doogie
you're
Howser.
surrounded by like 20-year-olds and stuff. It's like, is that an appropriate environment for? It's a kid.
They probably still have their parents around, so they're not able to enjoy because these are eras in our lives that we're supposed to enjoy. We're supposed to enjoy middle school and high school with our peers, and college is where we learn how to be adults and get more responsibility. I think they're just going because they're smart, but I think it makes them socially awkward.
Yeah, you're losing so much life experience.
Well, let me ask you this on the other side. So Kaysen's been playing 7-on-7 football, and he has been playing up a year. So he's playing. He could play.
yeah.
He could play 12U or 13U, right? Because of his birthday. So I had him playing 14U. So he's playing almost 2 years up. And we did a tournament, and we got to the playoff round of the tournament. And we walked out there and played this team. And after the game, Kaysen goes, "Dad, those were the kids I played in tackle." And I go, "What kids?" And he goes, "Those are the kids from," and he said the area of town that we played in tackle. He goes, "I recognize like 4 of the kids. They're quarterback and 3 of those receivers. I played them in tackle."
Does that mean, okay, so you're going to explain to me what that means?
So that means these kids, because we played in a tackle league that was grade-based, not age-based. And they have age-based leagues, but this particular part of town sought out the grade-based because these kids were 1- and 2-year holdbacks.
Right.
So my son, in 4th grade, was against these kids playing technically 6th graders. And he just found that out because of this tournament.
Wow.
And we kind of had an inkling because how much bigger and how much further they could throw and how they moved. You could tell they were older.
Right.
And it shocked me. I was like, we talked about it. We're like, there's no way these kids are 4th or 5th graders.
Yeah.
Even though we still won, but we were still like, there's no way based on how they're moving and the way they're catching the ball and the way it just didn't make sense.
Right.
Until a few weeks ago, we were like, oh my, that makes sense. They were 2 years back.
Well, at least you still won. Back to the smart kids thing, like moving kids up in grades. All our kids are smart. I don't think we have any like head above the rest geniuses that are coming. I mean, my kids are smart. Like I don't want to trash them. They're great. But do y'all have y'all met any kids, like their friends or anything, that are like legit geniuses or that you think might be?
One.
I have one too.
Yeah,
And
one
so-
kid and even the kids since I think kindergarten, they were saying this kid might be president one day.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
His name's Harrison.
That's pretty
Just
awesome.
smart kid and just understands math. Like the kids would ask him for help, and they still do.
Yeah.
If they don't understand something, they'll go to him because they're so close. And this kid is smart.
Right,
And I
right.
think his dad's like a doctor, and like his mom's like pretty smart. They're both parents are super smart.
And do you think it's just like the kids drive? Do you think the parents of the kid had to like really drive it into him? You think he just?
I think it's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his parents are so nice and a little quiet. They don't seem like the overbearing parents. I think he's just naturally a brainiac.
Yeah.
Just so smart.
So Kara's best friend, they've been friends since 4th grade, pregnant at the same time with our first children, Quaid and Emery. Emery is also 4 years old, about to be 5 in July, and like 6 months ago, her dad was telling me about how she like stands up and reads in front of the class to reads the book that the teacher was going to read to the class.
Wow.
And when she draws a picture, like it's got like perspective and like it's unbelievable. And I was like, holy crap, like she might be a prodigy. I've seen like Quaid does a good job of coloring. He does a good job. He can pick out a word or two here in reading. That's great. They say he's going to be ahead of the class in kindergarten. And then I see this little girl. I'm like, oh my God, she might be a genius. Like,
Wild.
Come do my taxes.
I have to say, this is a little embarrassing.
Okay.
My son is going into 3rd grade. After like 3rd grade, I don't know if I can help him with math anymore.
You could.
Like I have never been good in math. I have never been good in science.
Yeah.
Reading, history, sure, let's go for it. That's fine. Let's write a paper. I'm fine with that. But I've never been good at math. And sometimes he'll give me some work, and I was like,
Okay.
let's use this calculator on my phone here.
Do you tell him, give
like-
me 15 minutes to acclimate to what you're learning? Because that's what I had to do.
Oh, that's smart.
From like 4th grade, I just completed 7th grade myself.
Yeah. Wow.
7th grade math, which was
Where do I
hard.
find that symbol on my phone?
In college, I needed a few bucks. College, you have a great schedule, so I signed up to be a substitute teacher. And I substituted for like junior high, all different grade levels and stuff like that. And like one time it was a math class in like junior high, and the teacher had a lesson plan, and like I had no idea what to do. I mean, no clue. Did not remember a single thing about whatever kind of math they were doing. And there was a lot of fractions and like square roots
And you had
all
an
these
audience?
X values.
You had the audience
Yes.
aspect to it, which makes it worse.
So here's what I did. Tell me if this was not genius or not.
Okay.
This was back when there were overhead projectors. Like you had, it was on a cart, and you write on the sheet of glass, and then it projects up onto a screen.
What do they do now? Anyway.
I think they have like smart
Computers.
boards and stuff
Right,
like that you can
yeah.
write on. And so I said, how about I call each of you guys up one at a time, and y'all can take turns working out this problem and showing the class how you figured it out. Like, who knows the answer to this? And they would tell me, and I'd look at the
That's
answer key.
genius.
Like, yeah, she knows how to do it, so she's going to show you the steps. And they would write on that. And then I also had a bunch of Scantrons. Remember Scantrons?
Oh,
You would
yeah.
take a test and bubble in A, B, C, or D. I had a whole bunch of those in my backpack for some reason. And so I just let them practice on Scantrons. I was like,
that's
just
so smart.
bubble in your letters, kids. And then after that, I just only substituted for elementary school from then
Right,
on out.
right,
Like,
right.
oh, it's a math class? I'm just going to do the PE class or the English class.
What percentage of substitute teachers could teach the curriculum?
I don't know, man. I would say most of my substitutes, we just watched a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And really, they're a substitute, so
It's one day.
requirements aren't supposed to be they're an expert in whatever field because they're just
Right.
getting plugged into any subject.
Right.
So you can't expect one person to know every subject.
Yeah. I'm having to start learning algebra because Kaysen's doing that next year. So I'm already getting ahead of the game. I'm trying to see like what I'm going to have to teach him because it doesn't stop, Nick. They're going to still ask you for help. And ChatGPT does help though, by the way.
Well, luckily my wife is good at math.
Oh, yeah.
So ask your mother. Ask your mom.
I really like math.
I did too.
Like, I think it's fun. Like, I would do math. Like, if you gave me like a book of math problems, I'd probably do 2 or 3.
In fact,
then throw it away.
if I were a teacher, like, because one of my dreams was to be a football coach, right? So if I were to go teach high school so that I could coach football, I would want to probably do math, would be my first choice.
Yeah.
Because I like it. I really do. You know why I like math? And I tell my kids this. Unlike English or when you have to read something or write an essay, there's no right answer when it comes to that. Half the time it's, what do you think? What's your opinion? What did you take away?
And tell us your reasoning and explain.
Reasoning. And so that gave me anxiety as a kid because I wanted answers.
Yeah.
I want something that is just this is what it is, and that's what math was. Math has an answer, and it always, no matter how you get to, as long as you get to the answer, you will be right. That's why I like math. Second would be health. I think health is fun to teach.
Yeah, I mean, that is what the coaches would always teach.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
health and history.
History, that's a good point. Those are the dude subjects, like the dude coach subjects.
So since we are in summer, what are y'all's kids busy with in summer? Because we have summer camp every single week. There's a camp. Mm-hmm. I want to let's see what. So this week they're at a camp at our church. It's the first summer camp of the summer, and our kids love it. They're having a blast. Thankfully, it goes until 5 p.m.
Woo!
Isn't that great? Because a lot of times, Trey, you'll figure this out. Mm-hmm. When you sign up for a summer camp, they'll say all day summer camp. It starts at 10. And you pick them up at 2.
Right.
Like, that is not an all-day summer camp. That means not all day.
That means that your lunch break, you have to go pick your kid up, drop them off home, and then go back to work. You don't get your lunch.
And then next week, my son has a baseball camp in the morning. In the afternoon, he's doing a trick shot camp.
Yeah.
Like a Dude Perfect?
Yeah. My daughter's doing an art camp. And then we have basketball camps. And then we have something called Camp Thurman, which is a camp in Arlington, Texas. Love it. And then we have Camp Mania, which is like something through the school district. And then we have, another Camp Mania. And then we're going on vacation. And then we do a music camp. My son's doing a Mavericks basketball camp.
Whoa.
And then, I don't know, I think that's it. That's it.
Can I ask a...
Is it expensive?
Yeah.
Very.
What are you spending on
It's
this
a lot.
summer? Dude?
I mean, each camp is a couple $100
and
per kid.
Per kid,
Yeah.
and you just listed like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
investments.
That's scary.
Yeah, but we also have 2 working parents. It's like, what do we do?
Sure.
Yeah.
Grandparents can't watch them every day.
And are they going to stay home and just watch TV and rot away?
Right.
That's the push and pull. With my kids now that they're older, my son he's going to the high school football camp.
It's great.
He's going into 8th grade, but he's going to the high school football camp because they're starting to want to see what they got coming. So he's doing weightlifting every day, Monday through Thursday, from 8 until I think 11:30. So they do weightlifting and some skill work. And then the rest of the day he has off. Chloe had soccer tryouts and made her new club team and has soccer. And so there's a couple soccer camps here and there that we're going to throw her in. And then we have our vacation in July. We're going to go visit my family in France for the first time ever.
Awesome.
I'm finally going to get to see my brothers. It's been a little bit. And then we're back and I'm training Kaysen and his friends with football.
You got your own little clinic going on?
I do. And I do this because I was the kid that didn't have money. And I remember being a kid and all my friends would go do these awesome football camps and speed camps. Mm-hmm. And what I do is I study this. I have studied how to run, technique. I've studied football drills. I on my own. So I didn't go to a class. I didn't go to college to do this. I just take this information and as I learn, I implement it and I teach the kids. So instead of these parents, a lot of the kids I coach, some of their parents, they have single moms and they can't afford it. There's kids at Kaysen school, also single parent households that can't afford it. So I tell Kaysen, tell all your friends, I'm going to do this. These are classes people pay for $50 to $100 each. I'll do them for free all summer long, Monday through Friday. And we go out there for like 2 hours and we do different things every day. One day's offense, one day's defense, one day's speed training, one day's just lifting, like body weight. And I do that the rest of the summer once we get back, like the rest of basically end of July into August until they go back to school.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And it makes me feel good. It's like my little.
How you give back?
It's like giving back to these kids that kind of may feel like me and feel left out with that.
That's very nice.
Which is nice.
And so, Trey, your kids are still they're going to be in daycare this summer, so that's nice.
They go to daycare half days because I'm able to pick them up at 12:30. And then usually, Hudson naps, and then as soon as he wakes up, we're just going to go to the pool.
That's great.
That's swimming.
The Quaid's getting real confident in the water, and Hudson likes to do anything Quaid does. So Hudson will go in and like ducktail, like do some stuff that would really freak me out if it was my first kid, and then pop his head right back out. Like he's pretty good. We go in like a 2-foot pool because there's a little kiddie pool, but like Hudson's really swimming. It's freaky. Like to watch him like kick and like swim. He's doing it because he can see his brother doing it, which is pretty awesome.
Are y'all doing swim lessons?
Swim lessons,
Yeah.
Imlers. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
we did it. We did them at Imler. Yep.
Elbow, tummy, knees, and whatnot.
That's right. That's how you get out of the pool, and then you monkey walk across the wall. Y'all done that?
We have not monkey walked.
It's how you grab onto the wall, and then you just kind of shuffle to the side to get to like a step or a ladder.
They call it a wall walk. I don't know if they changed the name or if you went to a different Imler.
Somebody got mad or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
You know what my daughter started doing? She said she wanted to make money this summer.
Ooh.
I have a story too about this.
And I told her, okay, well, my kids have an allowance. All they got to do is do their chores. They each have their chores that they have to do every day, and I hook them up with their allowance. But she said that's not enough. She wants to start saving money.
Okay.
And I said, okay, well, I can give you more chores. And she goes, can I get more money? Can we get more money for our allowance? I said, no, because I already get you guys your camps, your stuff for sports. Sure. And I said, you could get a job, jokingly. About 6 hours later, my daughter, I see her on the computer. She goes, what do you think of this? She made a flyer. And on that flyer, she says, basically, I'm Chloe. I'm 11 years old, almost 12 years old, and I would like to be the neighborhood mommy help.
Okay.
A mommy helper. What's a mommy helper? It's basically a babysitter that's not old enough to stay home with the kids by herself or himself, but she's there while you're working during the summer, and you pay them for a couple hours of their work.
That's great.
So she created this and then had my wife post it on our neighborhood page.
Wow.
And she went around the neighborhood and did her little flyer handouts, and she started getting calls.
All right.
And she had her first interview yesterday.
Ooh.
So my wife dropped her off at her neighbor's house for an interview. This woman works, her kid has daycare, but the daycare ends at 2, and she has to work till 5. So she has to go pick up the kid, and then my daughter would show up at 2 or 3 and stay there for 2 hours till 5.
That's great.
Did you ask this woman to call, Chloe? She just really saw the flyer.
Nobody.
Have you met this woman before?
My wife did. She went to the interview.
Like this is like legit. Like she did not know Chloe and was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna call this little girl
because she's in the neighborhood, and we're in the neighborhood if she ever needs help." So Chloe went to her interview and landed her first job.
That's great.
So she's going to go work for 2 hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think, the days she doesn't have soccer. I forget which ones. And she goes, how much should I charge an hour? And I go, I don't know, baby, made like $11. And she goes, let me look up. And she looked at how much babysitters make. She found the national average was apparently $15 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she goes, $15. She goes, I'm new. So I'm going to charge about 13.
Wow.
Great. She's 11, and I didn't teach her this. I don't know where she's getting this from.
Now, fear-mongering, anxiety-ridden Trey, we're not worried about this?
About going to strangers' houses and stuff like that? Well, I think you got to be careful of who you're...
I'm not going to go drop her off if it's a man.
Sure, of
I told her there's
zero
chance you're going if it's a man.
It's a mommy helper.
It's a mommy helper, so it's a female help, and I told her it has to be... I have to be able to get there within 2 minutes. Okay. So basically, just our neighborhood.
It's got to be real close by.
It's got to be really close by in case of an emergency. So yeah, there's precautions you can take, but also I don't want to limit her and say no.
And well, I mean, I have a 4-year-old and a 19-month-old, so I'm playing a different game. Like I would never ever. So I mean, she's a grown up; she can speak for herself.
Yeah.
She can defend herself a little bit.
And she does excellent with little kids. She even put I can babysit 1 through 6 and 1 through 6 year olds, and boom, and
that's great.
So she started her own business.
So we are in the process of doing the same thing with my son Davis. He is going to turn 9 in September, and so
can I guess
what
he wants to sell sunflower seeds?
No, that's not it.
Davis sunflowers.
He's gonna mow the yards.
Nope, not that.
Okay.
And so he was thinking of different things that he can do. I said it needs to be in the neighborhood, like something very close by that you can do, like a service for someone or something like that.
Is it David sunflower seeds or Davis sunflower seeds? Anyway,
David. It's David, I think.
And so he decided that he wants to clean up dog poop.
Oh, he's a poop cleaner upper.
Pooper Scooper.
It's great. There's,
Bro,
there's an episode of King of the Hill that he should watch.
Yeah?
Bobby did
probably,
it?
Probably not.
Bobby does it?
Yeah, he does.
Did he hate it?
Oh, yeah.
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 And
See,
so-
that's my son's job at my house, and he
Right.
he will go days without cleaning the poop.
Exactly. And so before we get into this, he's jazzed about it because he wants to save up to buy video games and stuff like that. And so we're like, you got to do this at our house first and shows that you can do a good job. Because you can't go over there and do a bad job.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to be going with him to every cleanup and picking up the things that he doesn't
Right.
get and stuff
Right.
like that. But you got to take initiative and show that you can do this. And we only want to do a couple yards so that on like a Saturday morning, like it's nothing that doesn't get in on the schedules. So I just texted you guys. I asked ChatGPT to come up with a flyer. He came up with the name all himself.
Okay.
And I asked ChatGPT to make a flyer with this name and give it a cute mascot.
ChatGPT made this?
ChatGPT made this. This is
Wow.
0 edits, and it looks really great. It says Poop Monsters is the name of the company that he wants to start. We scare the stink away, and it's got a cute little green monster with a shovel and a piece of dog poop next to him. Tired of cleaning up your dog's doo-doo? Let the Poop Monsters handle the dirty work.
That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty good, dude.
It's pretty great. And so, like, I'm trying to figure out how much do you charge? Because then I started looking up how much dog pooper scoopers charge, and the serious ones where it's like an actual business.
Right.
They measure the square footage of the backyard. They ask how many dogs do you have, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. It's so
Yeah.
much per dog and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
That is really good.
Yeah.
I sent you guys the one Chloe made, and I like Chloe's. But I think she could have asked ChatGPT.
Ask ChatGPT to do it.
No. Listen.
It's really good.
If we're teaching children lessons, like yours looks great, and Davis is not going to sit down and be able to make the flyer.
He's not going to open up Microsoft Paint and do this.
Chloe did a great job with hers and making it herself.
Like Chloe says, hello, my name is Chloe Chavez. I'm 11, almost 12. This summer, I would like to help all the moms with their kids ages 1 to 6. I love little kids, and after we play, I can clean up their mess. I can take care of boys and girls.
That's cute.
And then she put where she lives and my wife's phone number. So
that does look good. It's got a bunch of pictures of her having fun, smiling with other kids. Yeah, it's really good.
That's awesome. Now, on the professional website for dog poop picking up, what were they charging? Like,
a lot of things, it'd be like a monthly amount, but it would be like $18 to $20 a week. It would be a lot.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I was like, you don't need to charge that.
And that's how many times are we coming to pick up the poop?
Well, I think that's another service. If you have like 1 dog, you can ask them to come once a week.
Right.
If you have 2 dogs, maybe they come twice a week.
Right.
Or something like that. It just sort of depends on your needs and your wants.
I'd call it $5 a lawn.
Oh, see, I was thinking like 10.
10?
I'm a yard.
Living in a
10 a yard.
time.
That's $40 a week if we do 4 houses.
Yeah.
And so that can add up pretty good over the year if he consistently does it, Saturday morning, you take an hour. I said, you got to be able to put your supplies in the wagon. We can walk to someone's house, spend an hour doing it, and then we're back home.
Did you tell him about overhead? He's got to buy his own bags.
I think I might donate the first round of bags and buckets. We've got a couple of broken down, busted 5-gallon buckets we can throw a trash bag in, and we'll be okay.
He's got a pooper scooper?
We have one that we use in our yard.
And so you've posted this somewhere?
No, we haven't.
You're in the
We're in the process of can you do a quality job of this in our backyard?
Right.
Before we start taking money from other people.
I need Case and create a company too then.
But when I was a kid, I wanted a job. I started working. I was a counselor at a summer camp starting in like junior high. And I worked there. I made like $50 a week.
Right.
And then
that sounds like a ton. Back
then?
But I mean, it ended up being like $4 an hour. And then I ended up, after that, I worked at Six Flags Over Texas.
Yeah.
And then after that, I worked at Blockbuster Video. Like from 7th, 8th grade on, I always had a job.
You were a lawnmower at one point.
I tried to do lawn mowing. We did 1 yard, screwed it up, and didn't do it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I mowed lawns in high school for prom money.
There you go.
But I had to borrow my teacher's lawnmower. Mm-hmm. And then they would give us chocolates for football to sell, fundraisers.
Yeah.
And there were C's chocolate candy bars, and they were $1 each, but I would sell them for $2. That way the school got their $1, and then I would give myself a kickback so that I could buy my cleats and stuff.
Absolutely.
Did anybody ever call that illegal?
Call me out? No, they didn't call it illegal, but I did get called out. Like, hey, another kid came by and he said his were $1.
Yeah.
Why are yours $2? And I said, because it's me.
Yeah, sorry.
I did get called out for it, though. I don't think it's illegal, though.
That's
It's my price. I'm the salesperson.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Set your own prices.
Might be. I think it might be a little bit.
They provided.
Some sort of a fraud.
It's not fraud. You're getting your candy.
I see capitalism at work.
Yeah, I was just given something to sell for somebody else to earn the money, but I wanted my kickback, so
Sure.
I bumped it up $1. So that gentleman that called me out on it, I did sell it to him for $1.
Sure. Don't tell anyone, though.
Yeah.
Trey, did you have any jobs growing up?
No, I can't remember trying to start a business. I think of ideas for businesses like twice a week.
But just in general, did you ever work at an ice cream store?
Back when I started working when I was 15 at a Church's Chicken.
Okay.
That was my first job
How'd that go?
ever. Frostbite and grease burns in the same day.
Wow.
You had a little peek behind the curtain at your favorite chicken shop. The way like the machine chops whole chickens apart so that you can get the wing out, they leave a little piece of like the neck and like collarbone that somebody has to rip off.
Okay.
This was 20 years ago when I had my first job. And so I would sit in a freezer for hours just ripping this little piece of the neck and folding the wing around.
Okay.
And so you would wear a pair of plastic gloves. Then you would put a pair of wool gloves over. You'd wear a big jacket, and then another pair of plastic gloves, so you're not touching stuff. You're not touching the chicken juice with your wool-covered hands. Quickly, the top layer of plastic will rip in half, and it'll start to get into the wool, which then makes your fingers cold, and so on and so forth. So after an hour and a half of me doing this, and I keep changing out gloves, but there's a little bit of juice getting in before I realized I need to change the glove. So my middle finger was completely soaked, and once I was done, I saw these like 4 little tiny black spots on the middle of my middle finger, on the tip of my middle finger. And so my manager then was like, "Oh yeah, that's frostbite." Is that really frostbite? I don't know, but that's the story I tell.
Yeah. Wow. Did you work there for long?
I worked there for a month, and then my cousin got me a job at the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History, and that was a cushy gig.
Yeah.
Where I sat and I watched educational movies. Watched The Ugly Bug Ball.
That's why you're so smart.
Dolphins. Yes, exactly. I learned everything I needed to know from the IMAX movie theater.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I ended up working here, or working at the Kid Friday Morning Show.
Look at that. Look at us.
Hadn't had a whole lot of... My resume's short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's pretty short, too. We got linens and things, Pat and Oscars, radio.
That's great. I mean, that's good.
So that's good.
That's Patton Oscars, not Pat and Oscars.
Pat and Oscars. But they got divorced, and I think they just called it Oscars.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat.
Yeah, Pat was out because Pat was a lady, and Oscar, I guess, kept the thing. And then I think it's done now. I also did I worked with Kinsey for a protein company, and we would go to Costco and chop those up. But that was contract. That was a contract job.
Yeah. Like you would have that little table and give out samples?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did protein like shakes, protein powders, protein bars, and we would just go to Costco's, chop them up, or to events, and that was pretty cool because they would give me free supplements.
Yeah, there you go. Free protein, bro.
Yeah, bro.
All right. It's time to go take care of our kids on this lovely summer day.
Hope everybody's having a good summer so far.
Hey, you think you're a good tickler?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah.
Not too hard.
Check. I was like, I think I'm like the best tickler ever. My kids laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, I had an uncle who I hated this guy. Luckily, my aunt and him are no longer together. But he was the hardest tickler. He tickled so hard, it hurt.
Right.
And so that was one of the many reasons I did not like him.
Yeah, if you have kids when you're tickling them, and it sounds weird saying that, but if kids are crying when you're tickling them, you're doing it wrong.
You've gone too far.
They need to be screaming, laughing, not screaming, crying. That's the point right there.
Sorry, that popped into my head.
We're talking about with kids, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to tickle my wife. She gets mad. But sometimes I'll sneak a little tickle in there.
All right. Well, I'm Nick.
I'm Trey.
I'm JC.
And don't forget,
Stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.